Hello, good afternoon. I'm Ernest D. Cornish, and this is Witch in the City. So today we're going to talk about Yule and the celebration of Yule, everything about Yule, and a little bit of Christianity that I had no clue that even existed. So, shall we get started? Come on, come along. Hello and good afternoon and welcome back. This is Witch in the City, and we're in an all-new season, in an all-new look, and I hope that you enjoyed the new entrance video. And it's very exciting for me because I built it, so. Anyways, today we're going to talk a little bit about Yule, and this is all coming from the Witch's Bible. And the Witch's Bible is written by Janet and Stuart Farah. And I'll leave the link to this Bible in the comments below so that you have a chance to purchase it yourself. So the next Sabbath that we're coming upon is Yule. We had just finished Samhain, which is Halloween, and now we're coming into the winter solstice, and that is Yule. So different publications and different websites and different beliefs, I guess, as I am going to tell you, I'm no expert in all of this. This is all new to me. But they have it as different dates. So the Witch's Bible includes the date of December 22nd. And this is the winter solstice. And actually the winter solstice in America is the 21st of December. So that is a discrepancy there as well. Other sites have it listed as December 15th till January 2nd. So it's a long period of time. It's not just one day like Christmas is to many. So there is another discrepancy there as well. So when we get back into Yule, and I'm gonna read some of this stuff to you because it's very interesting, I believe, and we'll definitely have some stuff on the screen as well for you, and we'll also take a look at the Yule Altar, because the Yule Altar is something unique as well. And I will explain each of those items on the altar as we go. So, I wanted to start out by the birth of Jesus, because this was very interesting. The birth of Jesus is undated in the Gospels. I did not know that. And it was not until 273 AD, that's after death, that the church took the symbolic symbolism and made it official that he was born on December 25th. So Christmas was actually formed around all of the other gods being born at the same time. Because during this time of Yule, there were two themed cycles that we need to watch for, and that is the death and rebirth of the sun god. There's a lot of stuff going on in Yule. There's a lot of rebirth, a lot of death and rebirth, and different from Christianity, where Jesus is born on Christmas Day and then dies at Easter. So that, it's a little bit more of a different take, where the gods they actually die on the 22nd, they're reborn on the 22nd, and the cycle starts over. So that's a little bit different from Christianity aspect as you look at it. So, that was interesting stuff. Mary at Bethlehem is again the goddess as life and death. Mary being a goddess, Mary. Of course, we recognize Mary as the mother of Jesus, and she was a virgin, and she's giving birth to the baby, and therefore she is a goddess. So she was one of the goddess of the time when Jesus was born. So she's recognized in the Bible several times. At Bethlehem, she's again later in life, Jesus' life. She returned, and she was known as the Queen of Heaven. According to this, she was Queen of Heaven. Again, it's kind of interesting that Mary shows up as much as she does. The other thing about Yule is the fact that we bring in the Yule log, brought into our home to be burned for warmth. And this is the first time that we see pagans bring in the Christmas tree. And it wasn't a Christmas tree per se, it was a tree, and it was brought inside into the warmth so that the spirits of the tree would stay warm throughout the winter months. It was also decorated with fruit and nuts and berries so that the wood spirits and the nature spirits would be able to nourishment. So we have that going on as well. So again, a lot of stuff in Yule, a lot of rituals in Yule as well. And supposedly, again, it all takes place on this one day until we get into the second part of Yule, where the Bible actually recognizes the death of Satan. So Yule is a very long celebration. A lot of the passage rites are given. So if you belong to a covenant, higher order of a group of witches, this is the time where you take those rituals, give birth to those rituals, and practice what you have learned in front of the high goddess, and the high goddess gives you their blessings and whatever, and then you become a full-fledged witch. And this is, dating back, to 1500s, 1400s, 1500s, in that time period. So it is definitely kind of exciting. I don't know, it's kind of like weird to think about all the stuff that actually took place during this time frame. Anyways, is a little bit about the winter solstice and the rituals that are in the Bible. Let's take a look at my altar real quick. Here we have the Yule log, and we start off with purple. The purple candle represents influence, psychic abilities, wisdom, authority, and hidden knowledge. The next candle is red, and the red represents vital energy, strength, passion, courage, fast action, lust, and charisma. And then the last candle is the white candle, which represents the last candle that I have is the white candle. And the white candle is the last candle here on the Yule log, and that is for peace, higher self, purity, substitution. The three candles represent those meanings, and that is represented here with the Yule log. And the candles I will light on the 22nd, and I will let them burn on the 22nd and let them bring in the Yule season. Here also I represent the Christmas tree. The tree, anyways, not the Christmas tree, but the tree. The tree is, again, brought in from the cold, in from the outdoors, and nourished and decorated with fruits and berries and vegetables and items that you might not think a tree should have. And then those spirits, the wood spirits, the tree spirits, are allowed to be nourished during this time of the year. So that is represented here as well. What else on here? So again, I rearranged my altar a little bit because the old way that I had it set up was not working for me. And what I was told is you set up your altar the way that is workable for you. And now it's workable, and I can get to my Book of Shadows, I can get to my wand very easily, I can get to, my Ephelme very quickly, I can get to different things without having to really worry about where they are, because they're right here. they're like symbolized in greatness. My extended altar here is full of my herbs and potions and different things that I need to work on. And I extended the altar in that direction for the purpose of having a bigger altar, so that way I have things readability to me instead of across the room or on another wall where I have to get up and go get it. I can actually be at my altar and I can get my stuff and I can do my potions and I can do all that stuff right from where I'm sitting. So that's kind of nice and kind of new in that aspect. I have everything represented as far as the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, all represented in the right positions. So earth is in the north, air is in the east, water is in the west, fire is in the south, and the spirit is in the middle. So those 5 elements are definitely there. They're definitely in the order. That's kind of exciting because that is new to me as well. Well, not new to me. The altar was all set up that way and it wasn't workable. Now it is workable, and the elements are still set up that way. So that's a definitely a change that has come since we've set up the original altar when I first started this. So again, I am no expert on any of these items, and I'm definitely not an expert in any witchcraft yet, and I want you to understand that I'm just bringing you knowledge that I'm learning about, and I am getting and I'm learning and I'm giving it to you as well, because I feel that as I learn, why shouldn't I teach others? Why should I be the only one to have this knowledge? And that's the way I feel. So again, the Witch's Bible, I'm going to link at the bottom. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's very interesting. And what I thought was really interesting, not to get off the topic of Yule, but the marriage and rite of marriage and the rite of death is pretty basically the same as Christianity. There's a lot of passages in here that you can look up and you can actually understand where they're coming from and how Christianity actually took it from the pagans. And remember, pagan religion was around centuries before Christianity, and a lot of the Christian beliefs today are old practices that were forgotten or twisted, or the words were just tuned a little bit to make it their own. And a lot of the same stuff is literally in this Bible. So, if you look at the death, a funeral, it's pretty much the same. It's literally almost the same. Weddings, almost the same. So it's not about adapting a new religion. It's about learning old ways and old practices. That's the way I look at it. Because if you look at it as a new religion, It's really not a new religion. Witchcraft is newer because the fact is you were burned at the stake if you had any kind of healing powers and if you believed in any other things than God. You know, at the time, many women were put to death and many men were put to death because of their beliefs in healing. And unfortunately, you know, as you look at it, a witch is nothing but a healer. We can heal, we do heal. We heal ourselves and then we heal others. And it's a very unique and a very different for me to understand because I was raised Roman Catholic. I was raised in a Christian religion. And to me, to understand the other side, this side of it, the pagan side, the Wicca side, and the witchcraft piece of it, it's just unique to me. It's very unique, very different, because each piece is a part of my life now. And even if it's Christianity, I mean, I have my Christmas tree up. I'll call it a Christmas tree because it is a Christmas tree. But each piece on that tree has a representation of who I am and what I stand for. And each piece of that tree and everything on it is unique to my life. Even the treetop. The treetop are, of course, you know, my favorite part of the tree in my new life. So those are little things that go a long ways. And I want you to understand that I am no expert in any of this stuff, and I am learning just as much as you are. So that's why I invite you into my home once a week, and I invite you into my life once a week to learn with me and to build our knowledge together. And if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please leave them. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to whatever you want to see. If you want to see a certain spell, you know, leave the comment down below and I will definitely work that out for you and help you out in learning witchcraft as well. As far as the Yule season, if you have any other questions about the Yule season, definitely hit me up. Again, no expert. I am going off of the Witch's Bible. There are probably many different authors of the Witch's Bible, just like there are many authors of the Holy Bible. There are several editions and several versions out there. So don't, this is not set in stone. This is not black and white. This is totally just two people's opinions of what is the Bible's, Witch's Bible supposed to be. Again, I am new to all this, so I'm not quite sure if there is another version of this. I'm going to look that up, and if there is, I will link that in the bottom as well. I want to give a shout out to Dragon Tainer and Christian Anderson for the beautiful music for our entrance and exits now in this new season of Witch in the City. And I am looking forward to bringing you many, many more new videos. And again, if you have any comments, please leave them below. If you like this video, hit subscribe, hit the ring the bell for notifications. We have a brand new video every Wednesday right here on Witch in the City. Take care, have a great Yule season, and we'll see you soon. Alright, bye-bye. Bye for now.